After using the BLON BL03s for about more than a week, I can comfortably say that these are pretty great earphones for the price. You can't really complain. I guess that's my one-line review. Can't complain for the price. Yes, these don't have any fancy multiple balance armature drivers on each side like some of the KZs have in the same price range, but the single dynamic drivers have done wonders here. I have been on the lookout for a very comfortable, warm sounding IEM that can easily be driven with just a smartphone without requiring any external amplifiers or DACs or anything like that. And these fit the bill just fine. Now in the first unboxing video I told you that the cable quality, the built-in cable is not that great, and I still kind of stand by that. This cable is a little bit rough and it's prone to be tangled up a lot. In fact, that kept on happening with the included case that they gave me. It's not even a case, it's basically a pouch which you just throw the earphones inside. So there is very little way of organizing these so that they don't get tangled. Like on the first few days, these were a nightmare. I had to spend at least 5 to 6 minutes untangling these cables every day when I take them out of this bag. But now they're surprisingly fine. Like every day I'm rolling them up like this and keeping them in the pouch. I think they have gotten a bit of temper to that. But I still recommend you get a better quality cable down the line once you invest yourself into high-end IEMs like this. Many people were talking about the comfort of these things, like how comfortable are they around your ear, and as I've said on the first day, these are extremely comfortable. Even though the earphones are a little bit heavier than most other normal earphones that you get, because of this hook-shaped design around your ear, not only do they seal very well in the sense they have very good passive noise cancellation, but they also are very comfortable. Like most of the weight is balanced around your ear, so they don't pull on you at all. I've been using this for hours together as my main earphone for watching movies, for even occasional phone calls with the built-in microphone, and of course editing the audio coming from the microphone which you're hearing right now. And these stay in my ear just fine. I never felt the need to take them out because they were getting uncomfortable. However, it will take a while to get used to their weight. Like every time you remove them from your ear, you sometimes forget how heavy these things are, so they just drop down, and that's when you realize, oh, these things are like small pebbles. The typical earphones you get in that margin, like these ones from Petron, they are super lightweight and they're basically non-noticeable around your neck. Whereas if you keep this lying around your neck, this will be dangling around on the back, constantly reminding you that this thing is present. You definitely know that it's present even when you move your head, like you feel that there is some kind of a chonking metal piece in your ear, but it's not uncomfortable. You just feel that it's present there. The right angle 3.5mm connector is gold plated, so that's cool. It can reduce a little bit of a static noise if you're connecting it to your laptop, which is plugged into the wall outlet or something. Now the sound out of this again is crystal clear and crispy. That's how I described it in the first impressions of mine, and I still stand by that. There's plenty of soundstage and excellent left and right stereo separation with warm, rich bass. And when I say warm, it's just on the comfort level, like nothing is overpowering one another, and there's plenty of space for all the different instruments across the frequency range, and that's how I like it. You could say that it's a very comfortable earphone with plenty of breathing room, like nothing feels like it's happening inside your head. Even though these are in-ear earphones, they have a very large soundstage around your head. I don't know how they managed to do that with a single dynamic driver, but I'm pretty impressed. So there's plenty of clarity in the vocals and all the instruments, so this is a really great entry-level IEM for beginner audiophiles like me. And the microphone is not amplified all that much. The audio coming from the mic is dimmed down quite a bit, so it's not as good as something like a generic earphone, which is ironic. This is a 2000 rupees earphone which has a slightly lower quality mic than a 200 rupees earphone. But then again, these are not really meant for the microphones. In fact, most IEMs don't even have mics. The main distinction between these and any of the KZ earphones that you see is, I think, the soundstage when it comes to human voice or vocals. You see, KZ are a lot more saturated and a lot more in your face, like it feels like the voice is happening right around your face, whereas these have a slight separation between the vocals and the instruments, like the soundstage between the different instruments across frequencies. It has a little bit more breathing room, if that makes sense. KZs are not bad, but I don't really like that very dynamic sound signature that's prominent over everything else. I like everything to be relaxed and spaced out, where I can identify each instrument in each frequency range. And I also feel that for some reason maybe this shape is a little bit more friendlier to your ear compared to a KZ earphone shape, or at least maybe that's my personal preference, that these fit me better and they passively noise cancel better than the KZs. And while the translucent plastic body of the KZs may look pretty cool, the metallic finish of this is kind of interesting. The ear tips are cushiony and comfortable, it doesn't get sweaty over time, it's really great. So yeah, I say it again, if you're on the fence of buying an IEM around 2000-ish rupees, instead of a KZ, if it's your first time, I recommend you go for the Blons. As someone who has tried KZ as his first IEM, I can tell you that you will enjoy this much better. This will be a smoother transition from a saturated dynamic driver earphone to a little bit more balanced, a little bit more neutral dynamic driver earphone. And once you get a feel for the clarity of these earphones, then you can spring for more serious options and get an external DAC and all that down the line. Okay, I'll leave it there then. Those were my final thoughts on the BLON BL03s. These are my new favorite daily driver earphones. As usual, leave your comments down below or join our Discord server for more discussions like this. Cheers.